So hello students, today we will start carboxylic acids. Now what compounds are known as carboxylic acids? The compounds which contain COOH group, right? This group is known as carboxylic group, right? You know that this CO group is known as carbonyl group. This is known as carbonyl group, and this group is known as hydroxyl group. So carbo from carbonyl and oxyl from hydroxyl. So it is known as carboxylic, and since its behavior is acidic, it is known as carboxylic acid group, right? So this COH group is known as carboxylic acid group. This R may be alkyl or aryl group, right? So based on alkyl and aryl group, this carboxylic acid can be aliphatic carboxylic acid or aromatic carboxylic acid. If the alkyl group is present along with the carboxylic group, it is aliphatic carboxylic acid, and if aryl group is present along with carboxylic acid, it is aromatic carboxylic acid. Understood? So carboxylic acids are the compounds which contain RCOH group, that is carboxylic group, right? Now the general formula for monocarboxylic acid. Monocarboxylic acid means the carboxylic acid in which only one carboxylic acid group is there. So for that we can write the general formula as CnH2nO2, right? Means let us take example. Suppose we have the first compound, the very first compound of carboxylic acid, that is methanoic acid. So if you count the number of carbon, there is 1, hydrogen there is 2, and oxygen 2. So CH2O2. So 1 carbon, so double hydrogen means 2 hydrogen and O2. CH2O2. So the general formula for monocarboxylic acid is CnH2nO2, and this will be the compound. Similarly, the second member will be C2H4O2. So how to write the formula? The structure of the compound. First you write this COH, then 2 are there, 1 you have written here, the remaining is 1, and H3, CH3COH. This will be the second compound. Similarly, for the third compound, it will be C3H6O2. So to draw the structure, write COH first, then remaining is 2 carbon and C2H5COH. So this is how you can write the structure of the different carboxylic acid. Got it? So once again reminded, carboxylic acids are the compounds which contain COH group. Here COH group is known as carboxylic acid group. Its name is derived from the carbonyl group and hydroxyl group which is present in it, right? So from carbonyl group we take carbo, from hydroxyl group we take oxyl, and it becomes carboxylic acid. Okay. Now the general formula for monocarboxylic acid is CnH2nO2, and we can make the structure of the compounds like that. Depending upon this R, whether it is aliphatic means alkyl group or aryl group, carboxylic acids are classified into aliphatic carboxylic acid and aromatic carboxylic acid. If your R, that is the group attached to the carboxylic group, is alkyl group, it is aliphatic carboxylic acid. If the group attached to the carboxylic group is aryl group, it is aromatic. Let us have example of aliphatic, such as all these. You can have CH3COOH, right? So this is your alkyl group, hence it is aliphatic carboxylic acid. Okay. Similarly, C2H5COH, these are aliphatic carboxylic acid. In aromatic we have aryl group, so benzene ring you can have. So this is benzoic acid, this is aromatic carboxylic acid. Understood? So this is the classification. Now let us come to the nomenclature of carboxylic acid. One more thing, you see that if your carboxylic acid contains C12 to C18 carbons, okay, then these carboxylic acids are known as fatty acids. What are they known as? Fatty acids, which are present in the plants, right? Which are present in the plants or animal natural fat. That is, the esters are made up of fatty acids. Okay. Now let us study about the nomenclature of carboxylic acids. So in carboxylic acids, there are two types of names which are common. We will study their common names as well as IUPAC name. Here common name, here we will study IUPAC names. Right. So the very first member here structure. So the very first member is HCOH. Here the suffix which we will use for carboxylic acid is oic acid. Okay, so oic acid will be the suffix which will be used. So the very first member is your HCOH. So here number of carbon is 1. Therefore, one carbon containing compounds are known as meth. So this is methane because all single bonds are there. Here only one carbon is there. So carbon-carbon single bond is there. So methane oic acid, methanoic acid is its IUPAC name. And students, the common name is derived from the source from which they are derived. So since methanoic acid is present in red ants, and red ants are known as formica, right? In Latin, formica means ant. So since it is derived from ant, it is known as formic acid. Its common name is formic acid. Here many questions are asked in your competitive exam based on their common names. Therefore, common name is as important as well as IUPAC name in the case of carboxylic acid. So, very first member is formic acid. Then the second member is CH3COOH, 2 carbon containing carboxylic acid, and it is derived from the vinegar. Vinegar is known as acetum in Latin, right? Therefore, it is known as acetic acid. It is derived from the acetum. Latin means acetum means vinegar. So therefore its common name is acetic acid. And the IUPAC name is ethanoic acid. Right. Now the third member is 3 carbon containing compound. So you can say these all are monocarboxylic acid containing only one carboxylic group, and they all will satisfy the formula CnH2nO2. Okay, so the third member is 3 carbon containing compound, and 3 carbon containing compound, it is known as prop. So this is propanoic acid. IUPAC name is propanoic acid, and the common name is propionic acid. Propionic acid, right? Then 4 carbon containing compound. It is known as butyric acid. Butyric acid common name, and butanoic acid is its IUPAC name. Butanoic acid is its IUPAC name. Then this is a branch chain compound, and this is isobutyric acid. Its IUPAC name is 2-methyl propanoic acid. Okay, 2-methyl propanoic acid. Now we will study some of the carboxylic acid which have 2 carboxylic acid group. So they are known as dicarboxylic acid derivatives. So The first member we will study is COH, COH. Now this is commonly known as oxalic acid. Oxalic acid. Now what will be its IUPAC name? Here how many carbons are there? 2 carbons are there. So for 2 carbon this is ethane, because carbon single bond is there, so ane. Now at 1 and 2 both carboxylic acid group is there, so 1, 2 dicarboxylic acid. Ethane 1, 2, we will retain its E, 1, 2 dicarboxylic acid. Okay, so sorry, 1, 2 dioic acid, not carboxylic, dioic acid. Right. Now the next one is this is known as malonic acid. Malonic acid. Its IUPAC name will be propane 1,3, because this is 1,3 positions. Dioic acid. Next, this is scenic acid. IUPAC name is butane 1,4 dioic acid. Right. So see the structures. Okay, formic acid, acetic acid, propanoic acid, then butyric acid, isobutyric, oxalic, malonic, succinic acid. Okay, and see their IUPAC names. Note down these compounds. I will then go further. Now the next one, it is this compound COH, CH2 whole thrice COH, and this compound is known as glutaric acid. Common name is glutaric acid. Its IUPAC name will be pentane 1,5 dioic acid. Pentane 1,5 dioic acid. Right. Similarly, we will have, if suppose we have a benzene ring and to its COH group is attached. Now students, here there will be a change. If to the ring the carboxylic acid is attached, then this carboxylic acid is not counted in the main chain and it is named as carboxylic acid only. So the name of this compound, common name is benzoic acid. Its IUPAC name is, this is benzene, so benzene carboxylic acid. But it is also common in IUPAC also, it is named as benzoic acid. So you can name it as benzoic acid commonly also, as well as in the IUPAC name also. Understood? Now suppose there is 2 carboxylic acid groups, then it is known as phthalic acid. oxothalic acid common name, and its IUPAC name is benzene 1,2-dicarboxylic acid. Benzene 1,2-dicarboxylic acid. Similarly, here it is present at 1,2 position, that is ortho position. If it is present at meta position, it is known as isothalic acid. Or benzene 1,3-dicarboxylic acid. If it is present at 1,4 position, I'll write here. It is known as terphthalic acid or benzene 1,4-dicarboxylic acid. So this is how the name of carboxylic acid group is given. Okay. Now we will come to the structure of carboxylic group. Many examples I have given you. You can further do many more. Next we will study the structure of the carboxylic acid group. You know that in the carboxylic acid we have one carbonyl group and the other one is hydroxyl group attached to the alkyl group or hydrogen or aryl group. So this carbon, it is sp2 hybridized. Now you know that sp2 hybridized carbon, it is present in one plane, right? It is planar structure. So this is a planar structure with all these angles, they are of 120 degrees, because you know that this is sp2 hybridized, so the angle will be, bond angle will be 120 degrees, right? So this carbon is attached to this oxygen, and this oxygen will be containing 2 lone pairs, this also containing 2 lone pairs. Now the question arises that does this carbon behave as an electrophilic center as in the carbonyl group? Because you have studied that when there is carbonyl group, this is not bond, students. I have just told that this carbon is sp2 hybridized. Okay. Now you have studied that in the carbonyl group, this carbon, it is electrophilic in nature, because this oxygen, it is electronegative, it withdraws these pi electron, hence this will become partially negative, carbon becomes partially positive. So this is a polar bond, and carbon, since it gains the positive charge, it behaves as an electrophilic center. Now the question arises, does this carboxylic carbon is also similar to the carbonyl carbon? So the answer is no. In the case of this carboxylic acid carbon, the electrophilicity of the carbon reduces. Now why it reduces? Because when this oxygen will withdraw this pi electron towards itself, okay, I will show here, then this carbon will gain the positive charge. Okay. Now to nullify this positive charge present on the carbon, these electrons will come here. So it will have a resonating structure in which this oxygen becomes negative charge, right? And the electrons, the lone pair of electron on the hydroxyl group oxygen, it comes here, and this hydroxyl group oxygen bears positive charge now. So therefore this carbon positive charge will decrease, right? The deficiency of electrons on carbon will decrease. Hence, the electrophilicity of this carbon will be lesser than that of the carbonyl group. Okay, so therefore those reactions which occur due to the electrophilicity of this carbon, they do not take place as easily as in the case of aldehydes and ketones. Got it? Now let us come to the isomerism in the carbonyl compounds. So in the carbonyl compounds, this carboxylic acid group, it is always a terminating group. It will be always present at the end of the carbon chain, due to which the position isomerism will not be present in monocarboxylic acids. The very important isomerism which is shown by this carboxylic acid compounds, it is its functional isomerism, and the functional isomers of carboxylic acids are esters. They both have same general formula, and carboxylic acid, monocarboxylic acid compounds and esters are functional isomer of each other. Say suppose we have CnH2 and O2 formula, we can make CH3COOH1 carboxylic acid from it. Similarly, we can also make HCOCH3, one ester out of it. Now this compound is ethanoic acid, and this compound is ester, means methyl methanoate. Shall we draw the structure? This is ethanoic acid, and this is, see the difference, methyl methanoate, right? So in isomerism, one important class of isomerism which is shown by the carboxylic acid group is functional isomerism, where they exist as carboxylic acid and esters. Apart from it, it also shows chain isomerism as similar to the other compounds. Got it? Now let us come to the methods of preparation of carboxylic acids. So we can prepare carboxylic acid by oxidation of alcohol, by oxidation of aldehydes and ketones. Now, primary alcohols, they will always give the carboxylic acid with same number of carbon atom, whereas in the case of secondary alcohol, the number of carbon atom reduces. Whereas tertiary alcohols, they are difficult to get oxidized. If oxidized in the presence of strong oxidizing agent, the number of carbon atom still reduces. Now, similarly, aldehydes, they give the carboxylic acid with same number of carbon atom, whereas ketones give the carboxylic acid with lesser number of carbon atom. So let us see these two methods. First, by oxidation of alcohols. So when alcohols, they are oxidized in the presence of strong oxidizing agents such as alkaline potassium permanganate or acidic potassium dichromate or acidic chromic acid, we will get carboxylic acid with same number of carbon atom. Here I have taken primary alcohol. So the carboxylic acid which is formed here, it also contains the same number of carbon as it is present in the alcohol. Such as, if here is ethanol, when we oxidize it using alkaline potassium permanganate or acidic potassium dichromate, we will get acetic acid. So in the alcohol, 2 carbons are there. Similarly, there are 2 carbons in the acid. So if primary alcohol is oxidized, the acid will have same number of carbon atom, whereas if secondary and tertiary alcohols are there, the acid form will have lesser number of carbon atoms, such as if suppose we have butanol and you oxidize it using strong oxidizing agent, we will get 2 moles of ethanoic acid. The bond will break from here and you will get 2 moles of ethanoic acid. Understood? So this is how primary alcohol gives same number, whereas secondary and tertiary alcohol give lesser number of carbon atom containing carboxylic acid. Now the second method is by the oxidation of aldehydes. Ketones also similarly give carboxylic acid with lesser number of carbon atom, but from aldehydes we get same number. Aldehydes. So here when aldehydes, they are oxidized. Now aldehydes are very reactive, therefore they can be oxidized by using mild oxidizing agents such as Tollens reagent Fehling solution, as well as alkaline, KMnO4, etc. Any oxidizing agent you can use. So you will get here carboxylic acid. Right? If ketones are there, RCOR dash. If ketones are there, the carboxylic acid which is formed, first of all we will use a strong oxidizing agent, and the carboxylic acid which is formed here will have lesser number of carbon atoms. Okay, one corresponding to this one and the other one corresponding to the other. Okay, so two acids will be formed. Let us have example of this, such as we have butanol. So one acid we will get out of it. So this is also 2 carbon containing acid, yani ethanoic acid, and from here also we will get 2 carbon containing acid, that is ethanoic acid. So we will get 2 moles of ethanoic acid. Okay. So aldehydes and ketones on oxidation will give you carboxylic acid. Aldehydes will give you carboxylic acid with same number of carbon atom, whereas ketones will give you carboxylic acid with lesser number of carbon atom. Now the next method of preparation we will study in the next class. Till then, goodbye.